What is up, y'all? I ain't no singer, but I will be. I'm just playing, but nah. What's up, y'all? I'm back again. As you can tell by the title, I will be explaining how I lost everything, including myself. Like, for real, for real. Y'all gonna catch me looking down because I had to write some stuff so I honestly want to keep this video short. That is my goal, is to keep this video short. But yeah, so I hope y'all having a great day. I am. So I'm trying to see, how do I want to start this video off? Do I just want to, you know, start explaining? Okay, I'm going there. Okay, so how I lost everything. According to my mama, it started in 2017 when I was dating this guy. Man, now that was a toxic relationship. Like, I had a lot of firsts in that relationship that weren't good. Yeah, like, it was the first time that I had like a physical altercation with somebody I was dating with. It was the first time that the cops, you know, was called on me. Like, honey. And it's like, if I was actually to explain, like, tell y'all what was going on in this relationship, a lot of y'all probably be like, girl, why would you even stay? Like, what would, because I was tried in so many ways, y'all. Like, but I was, at that time, my living situation, I was in a place where there was a lot of negativity. And honestly, I just wanted to just get away from it. Just constant complaining, just being negative about every single thing. Annoying. Then it was like, it was other stuff that I was dealing with too, stuff that I was dealing with. But at the same time, it's like I was going from one negative house to the next, because his place wasn't any better. It was a lot of fighting and arguing in that house. So I was constantly around like a lot of negativity. And so after that, I kind of ended up started like dealing with people that I didn't need to be dealing with. Like, I was inviting people in my life that did not need to be in my life. So it was like I would just getting into stuff as well that I should not have been doing. So around this time, I don't know if I said the year. It was I did say it was 2017. But what I'm saying now is 2018. We went to 2018 now. Around that time, money was not an issue at all. Like, my finances were great. No complaints. But the thing is, I was not in a good place. Like, mentally, spiritually. Like, at this time, I didn't give my life to God. I was just out in the world, lost. A lost little girl. I'm sorry, it's I don't know what's going on. I keep hearing taps on my windows. That's why I keep looking around. I'm trying to ignore it. But yeah, I just was not in a good place. It's like, but this one person I was dealing with, because it wasn't just like relationships and friendships, it was like business too. You know, going into business with people that I really shouldn't have been doing business with. And this one person that I was dealing with, oh my gosh, now, me and that person used to argue every single day, and we weren't even in a relationship. This was like business, and it was just so much. This person got me so mad to the point where I was just punching walls. I was punching doors. Like, I could not calm down. Like, that was the first time I had ever been like that. And I don't remember how long it took me to calm down. I don't even remember what calmed me down. But I just know I was heated. I was crying, just bawling my eyes out. Ooh, child. I was like losing close relationships. I ended up falling out with my ex-best friend. That's a whole nother story. But we did eventually ended up I don't want to say forgiving each other. I feel like I didn't do anything wrong, but I could have. But when I was on the road to forgiveness, trying to learn how to forgive and stuff, I ended up reaching out to her and, you know, trying to squash the beef or whatever. And let's see. Oh yeah, close relationships were just falling apart, y'all. It was child. It's like really thinking about all this is like, good gracious. As I was writing this stuff, I'm like, Jesus, a lot of stuff really was going on. I really was dealing with a lot. And then 2019, the beginning of 2019, I had got me a puppy. 3 weeks. She was 3 weeks. That didn't last long. I ended up losing her when she was like 7 weeks. And that was like my first time getting a puppy like by myself. So it's like I really didn't. And then I didn't do any research. So I didn't know that you're not supposed to separate the puppy from their mother at 3 weeks. And I don't even know if it was even 3 weeks when that puppy got separated from the mom. Because I ended up buying it from somebody. And I felt like they knew something was wrong with the puppy. But instead of having to take care of it themselves, they wanted to put it on somebody else, which ended up being me. And I honestly feel like I'm still getting over that hurt. I am. Because that really hurt me. But when I lost her, that really hurt me. And I honestly am still trying to get over that hurt, this pain. But I had to get her euthanized. She had the parvo virus. Okay, I gotta move on from that. Okay, I gotta move on from that. But when I lost my puppy, it actually, well, not until I was out of everything. Like, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but it opened my eyes to, you know, the people, you know, close to me. Because I broke down crying a couple times after I lost my puppy. And this person I was close to, not once did they try to console me. They didn't do anything. Like, they didn't even say anything. And I know people, you know, it's people out there who just, it's hard for them to comfort people and console people. But this person was not like that. Because I've seen them do it before. So it was like, But I don't have any hard feelings toward this person. At all. Y'all, oh my gosh. So, maybe like a couple weeks after I ended up losing my puppy, probably not even, I don't even think it was like even 2 weeks. I ended up taking some shrooms, y'all. And I ended up going to the hospital. Embarrassing. I know my mama still got the picture. She took a picture of me when I was in the hospital. But y'all, that story right there, I might end up telling it. I might. Because it was actually funny, but at the same time, it's really embarrassing. But it was like, at that time, I was really just going through a lot. I had just lost my puppy. You know, I lost, you know, close relationships. Excuse me. But yeah, so after that, my mama took me in. They was like, my mom and my stepdad, they was like, maybe you need to, you know, take a break from being around everything that I was around. And so I stayed with them for a while. And then just out of desperation and just wanting to be in my own place, just to be by myself. And then I was seeing like people around me doing things like getting their own place. It's like I wanted to do that. So out of desperation, I went and got me an apartment. Lord, I went and got me an apartment. And a couple months after I got my apartment, my finances started going downhill. Like, that's when my finances started going downhill. I just, instead of going out and getting a job, it's like I was just refusing. I did not want to get a job. I'm like, I'm gonna find me something to get into that's gonna make me some money so I can continue to stay in my apartment and continue to pay my bills. And I was getting into so much stuff that I shouldn't have been trying to get into, shouldn't have been doing. Just, again, inviting people in my life that I did not need in my life. Just a whole mess. A whole mess. Oh yeah, I was trying to just make quick money. You know, quick money ain't never good money. Quick money don't never last long. It was like I was just getting into anything. We still in 2019. Also, I had got into New Age too. I don't remember exactly. I don't remember exactly when I started getting into it. I think I was in it for about a year. I think I stayed in it for like a year. And so I really didn't get too deep into it. And it was like when everything was going on, oh my gosh, I did so much crying in that apartment. I broke down so many times, but it was like I was trying to practice like the law of attraction, and I just tried to like stay positive. I tried to stay positive, y'all. Like I even tried this, like, I think it was like a money spell or something. Y'all, when I say I was just trying anything. I was trying anything. Yeah, so I ended up doing a money spell. I think it was called a money spell. What else? Yeah, just with the New Age, I was just trying to stay positive. And then just, you know, they say speak like you already have it. Like when you, like with God, when you're hoping for something, you thank God, you keep thanking God in advance. Like, give God his praises, just keep thanking him. And then also they say you're supposed to move like you actually have it. I hope I'm not confusing anyone. When I'm not gonna lie. The things that I was doing when I was into like the New Age with tarot and all that, the tarot cards, it actually helped me with my journey when I decided to give my life to God. And when I was trying to heal, because when I was in it, I was trying to stay positive. I was trying to work on healing. Like, I was doing like forgiveness rituals, but that was like later on down, like in 2020, when I had moved back with my mom. I'm getting ahead of myself. But and then it was like I ended up meeting somebody, and it was like they knew about my situation. They knew what I was going through. And it was kind of like going through like a similar situation. And it was like, I would help them in ways that I could. Like, I allowed them to stay with me a few times. Whenever they needed a ride, I would give them a ride. I fed them. And they ended up stealing from me. And it was something, it was like, I don't want to say what it was, but it was like, and then they lied to me in my face about it. Because for one, I actually set them up to see what they was going to do. And they fell for the bait. And on top of that, I had cameras in my living room, so it caught them stealing. And they still lied to my face. And I'm like, just be honest. Like, I know you did it. And then I'm like, when really all they had to do was ask for it. If they would have asked me for it, I would have gave it to them. But they wanted to do their own thing, honey. And then also, this other person that I ended up meeting, trying to have me, I met them because I was trying to make some quick money. Or just make some money, period. And they was trying to get me to do stuff that I was not trying to do. And I actually broke down crying in front of this person. And what they did was, they looked at me, laughed, and told me I was going to be okay. And then they left. They walked out the door. I ain't going to say nothing about that. You know, I have no hard feelings towards this person. Like, I've been let that go. Like, I don't even hold on to that. But that's just something like that. It's crazy that folks will actually sit there. Because they ended up reaching out to me in 2020. I guess trying to see if, you know, see what's going on with me. And then when I told them how I didn't like how they laughed at me, they said they didn't laugh. I'm like, bro, you laughed. you laughed at me. And they just, like, well, they did not want to just take responsibility for that. They just kept denying it, really. So that's when I really just definitely let that go and block that person. Where we at now? And then it's like, when I was like falling behind in my bills and stuff, I didn't want to, pride. It was pride. I didn't want to tell my family. I didn't want them to worry. And then towards the end of 2019, because this was all happening like when I started having money issues, that happened towards like the middle, I'd say like September, October is when it started happening. And yeah, and then I ended up going into business, like getting, and then I ended up like around that time, between like October, November, I believe, or it could be November, December. It was between October and December when I went into business with somebody, just trying to make some money, didn't really think about it, bringing somebody into my life I didn't need to bring into my life. And they was acting like they were just, you know, because they had like multiple parts to their business, and in one part they was like they wanted me to handle. There was no paperwork involved. And I'm like, if this person been in business for a couple years, then they know paperwork needs to be involved. But at that time, you know, being naive and just not really thinking and just trying to make some money, this person actually ended up taking advantage of me, my help. Nah, but we had one disagreement, one argument, and they told me to go. And I'm like, cool, don't say no more. I'm like, say less, because I don't even want to do this anyways. That really showed me that, first off, they weren't actually, because they said that they really wanted to help, and they just wanted somebody to cover that little part of their business. And I can tell that was a lie, that they wasn't being genuine, because they kept, you know, throwing hits at me, how they just wanted me to be their girl. They wanted a relationship with me, and I did not want that. And yeah, so that's exactly why when we got into that one argument, it was so easy for them to just be like, nah, you can go. So yeah, that happened. Where we at? Okay, so I think October, November was when I was getting like the eviction, when I had received my eviction notice from the complex. And I had to go to court, and they told me, I think they gave me a month, or I can't remember. But they was like, if I don't have the money, then I gotta be out. So I didn't have the money. So you know, when you getting evicted, them folk can come and kick you out, like take your stuff out and put it on the streets. And at that time, that's when I went, and that was around the time that when I went into business with that guy. So I really wasn't at home. So when I was away from home, I would just be constantly thinking about, what if they show up and put my stuff out? What if I come home and I find I see my stuff? What if I come home and I see my stuff on the side? It's like every day. And then even with me being there, I would just be on the lookout, like, what if they pull up? Like, mind y'all, this is like my first time ever going through this. Like, that was my first time ever going through that. I'm gonna say this. That was my first time ever going through that. Like, losing my apartment. Yeah, so this was around December. This was in December when this happened, what I'm about to get ready to say. Oh yeah. Also, my car insurance. I didn't have any car insurance. And then after November, I couldn't renew my tag. Well, I actually could have renewed. No, because you gotta have insurance. When November came, my birthday in November, I couldn't renew my tag. So I was riding around with no insurance and my tag expired. So in December, when I was getting the rest of my stuff from out of the apartment, like, my car was like full, like completely full. The trunk, the back seat, the front seat, everything. And I ended up getting pulled over, y'all. I ended up getting pulled over on the side of the street. And I ended up getting 2 tickets for not having insurance and an expired tag. And then on top of that, I had to get my car towed with all my stuff in it. And then it's in December, so it's cold outside, and I think it kept sprinkling like on and off. And then the policeman, like, he was just being such an a-hole to me. And then I think like towards the end, he started feeling sorry, and he was like, he can drop me off at a gas station or whatever. I'm like, no gas station. So I ended up having to call my mama to come get me, because she was really the only one I could call. What else? Oh yeah. So I had to actually, it's not like I could have just walked away from the car. I actually had to stay there until they towed my car. And it was on the side of the road. It was around the time where people was getting off work, so it was a lot of traffic, a lot of people passing by. So I know people was, seeing what was going on. And yeah, so that happened. And then when my mama picked me up, and I ended up going back to the house with them, because where I was going was, I was trying to take the rest of my stuff, and I was going to take it to my mama's house, and I was going to leave my car there as well. Like, them folk would have tried to look for my car anyways, because my car note was past due as well. So I believe it was that same day that when I got my car towed, when me, my sister, one of my sisters, and my youngest brother, we were all going to get some food, and we got into an accident, and my mama's car had to be towed because we was in her car at the time. So I believe it was that same day. And then when that happened, that's when I actually like broke down crying, because I'm like, what the world is going on? Like, is something attached to me? Like, am I bad luck or something? Like, what's going on? Like, that's what I was thinking. And yeah, so this is we in December of 2019. So now I'm about to go into 2020. That's when I actually like tried it. That's when I was actually trying to like heal and still try to remain positive, despite everything that happened. And oh yeah, so 2020 I was still in New Age. So I was doing like forgiveness rituals where you would like write a letter to the people that hurt you, and you would say how you feel, and then at the end you say, I forgive you. And it's like, and then you burn it. And that's what I was doing. That's what I was doing. So that's why I feel like me being into New Age actually kind of helped me with when I actually gave my life to God. So, but God didn't allow me to be in it too long or to get too deep into it. And then, as y'all know, what happened in 2020 when everything started shutting down, I was like, that was a blessing. For me, that was a blessing. That gave me time to like really focus on myself and to like just really just start healing and stuff and trying to get myself together. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I actually had to be real with myself and acknowledge that I was actually depressed, and I actually don't know how long I had been depressed. Cause they say like depression can actually sneak up on you. Like, it's different for different people, which is one of the reasons why when I was staying in my apartment, I didn't want to get a job. Like, I didn't want to do anything at that point. Like, when okay, we going back to the apartment. Around the time when everything was happening, this was like towards the end of 2019. At that time, I really didn't care whether I lived or not. And it's not like I tried to kill myself in any type of way. Oh, excuse me. Are we allowed to say that? Well, it's not like I tried to take my life in, in any type of way. It's like if something was to happen to me, I didn't care. Sometimes, honestly, I would wish that, I would get into an accident and then just end up in a hospital. Really, because it's not like I wanted life to end. I just wanted a break. I really wanted a break from life. Like, yeah, I want to just put everything on pause so I can just be able to breathe. I just wanted to breathe. I just wanted to put everything on pause. So, but thank God that never happened. Because that definitely would have been some bills, some extra bills. So, yeah. How did I get on this? I'm trying to see if I make sure I'm not forgetting anything. I can't remember. But yeah, when all the shutdowns was happening in 2020, it really gave me time to breathe, which is all I really wanted, was to breathe and just not think about, and not think about anything. Yeah, so the shutdown really was like a blessing for me. I loved it. And especially as being a person that really don't like to be around too many people, introverts. I feel like I'm introverted and extra. I feel like I'm an introvert and extrovert. but mainly introvert. Because I have times where I be wanting to be around people. You know, I be wanting to do, like, be around people and do stuff. So yeah, I have those moments. So July of 2020, I had a job around that time and I ended up quitting. And that was like that. Yeah, sometime in July. And then in August, I ended up doing a 7-day water fast. That was my first time doing a 7-day water fast. And I still, like, I still wasn't, like, with God. I still didn't give my life to God at that time. But between August and September is actually when I gave my life to God. So honestly, I feel like when I had quit my job, because I felt like when I quit that job, I was like, bruh, I ain't doing this. Like, I am not about to keep settling for these jobs, and I'm tired of this. So I ended up leaving. Like, I wasn't even there for an hour. I think I was there for like maybe 30 minutes or so before I quit. Oh my gosh. Oh, I wish I could have seen that. It was a huge butterfly. Because lately I just been seeing, you know, the small butterflies. But he was huge and beautiful. Oh my gosh, I wish I could have seen that. But yeah, between August and September is when I actually gave my life to God. And I got baptized in November of 2021. So last year. That's pretty much it. Because I'm really, this video was really just to tell y'all, like, how I lost everything. And I really feel like God is, like, redirecting me on how he want me to do my videos. Because it's like the way I wanted to go about it was, like, if I'm going through something, I didn't want to put the video out, make a video and put it out, and I'm still going through the process. It's like I wanted to be out of it first. But now it's like he having me just be transparent, because we all go through things. And just instead of waiting till I'm out of the process, to just go ahead and just, you know, be transparent and be like, I'm going through this, you know. And then once I'm out of it, come back and let y'all know, you know, this is how I got through it. But in the meantime, just be an encouragement to others who may be going through, you know, similar things. But I will always say this: giving my life to God was the best decision I have ever made. Because the past Lisa, she was so lost in the world. She didn't know what she wanted to do with herself. No direction, no clear path. Just dealing with the wrong things, inviting the wrong things, the wrong people in her life. Just, ooh, child. If I want to give my life to God, I honestly don't know where I would be right now or what I'd be doing. And another reason, so to me, when all that happened, it's like that was rock bottom for me. Because if it wasn't for my family, and I thank God for my family for being like who they are, supportive, you know, and loving. Because not everybody have that. And if it wasn't for them, I definitely would have been either homeless or trying to use somebody for their place. And it ended up trying to use somebody for their place and put myself in a situation I didn't need to be in, honestly. But the way that I am, it's hard for me to do that. I can't use people. That has never been me. That has never been me. I was never the type to use anybody. If anything, I help people in any way that I can. And you know, with that comes, you know, people, when people see that, people know if you're that type of person. People can pick up on that. and they will take advantage of you, and they will use you. So I had a lot of people to use me, even close people. They didn't, like, at the time, I was blind, you know, I didn't see it. But once I was out of everything and I gave my life to God, it's like, that's why I'm like, I'm so happy that I did, because he has opened my eyes to so much. And it's like, I'm just so much more wise. I'm just not just putting myself in unnecessary situations and allowing anybody in my life. And it's like, when it comes to those people that try to manipulate you and try, you know, just say certain things so they can get what they want from you, it's like I pick up on that right away. And it's like he been having that, I've been noticing that with a couple people close to me. And it's be like, that's just so funny. It's like, I don't ever say anything to them about it. And I still go along, but I be like, that's so funny. People so funny. People are so funny. But yeah, it's like, especially this year, I have been learning so much. Like, my eyes have been opened so much. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I be finding myself singing that. Cause it's the truth. It's like, I can see. What's that song? I was lost. This is Amazing Grace. Like, I was lost and now I'm found. That's exactly how I feel. I was lost, but I'm found. I was blind, now I can see. But nah, for real though, my nose is like really itching. My allergies, good gracious. But yeah, so it's like, it's things that I'm working on. This thing I've been working on. It's like 2 years. Okay, I put it. And it's like, I'm in a much better space now. I'm in a much better space. Like, I even have things that I'm working on, that I've been working on. It's like, God has been working on me in so many ways, like being consistent. The old Lisa, she was so impatient. If things didn't work out within 2 weeks, oh, that was it. That was it. But now, it's like, I'm realizing that you really shouldn't rush anything in life. Like, just enjoy, or try to enjoy, whatever that you are going through. Even if you can't, like, even if it's a situation that you don't want to be dealing with, don't want to be in, try to remember that it's just temporary. You're gonna get through it. Like, it took me, what, 2 years? A little over 2 years? Over 2 years. Because, oh yeah, I forgot to tell y'all, in April of 2022, this year, God blessed me with my car, Gracie. I got a video that I need to put out regarding my how God blessed me with this car, and like the process and all that. So be on the lookout for that video. So this year, I think in September, will be 2 years since I started doing YouTube. I'm proud of myself being consistent, even though I don't upload videos every day. Well, at least not right now. But it's been a year since I started my journal business. It's been 3 years since I had been working on something else, but I put it on pause for right now. And it's like, it's other stuff that I'm working on, and it's like 2 years, a year, 3 years. I'm so proud of myself. You know, all glory to God. You know, all glory always goes to the Most High. But I'm proud of myself because at the end of the day, we still have to do our part. We just can't rely on God to do everything for us. We have to do our part. And I've been doing my parts. And it's like this year, like 2022 has been an amazing year. So many celebrations. And I'm just not saying just for myself, but for my family as well. Like, so many celebrations, new beginnings. Y'all, I'm an auntie. I'm an auntie. I can finally say that now. One of my siblings finally had a baby, y'all. But, got a whole family now. But it's so many great things, and just even outside of my family as well. Like, so many great things has been happening this year, and it's like I feel like this is just the beginning. This is just the start. Despite what's going on in the world now, this is really just the beginning of, how can I say this, new cycles, new generational cycles, new generational patterns. You know, we breaking generational patterns and cycles around here. You know, ain't no more lack, ain't no poverty mindset, none of that. No more worrying, no more anxiety, because that's another thing as well. When I was depressed, and then also just growing up, I also had the spirits of like anxiety, social anxiety, being shy, worrying, you know, just being in fear of being judged. And it's like all that really just dimmed my light and kept me from stepping out and doing things, and like really trying to learn and understand myself and figure out me and what it is that I like to do and what I don't like to do. So it's like now I find myself doing that now. What's going on with this? Yeah, so I find myself doing that now. And if this is you too, don't beat yourself up. Do not beat yourself up. Take your time. Do not try to rush into anything. You know, it's people that's like 40 something, 50 something, 60 something, 70 something that still don't know, you know, who they truly are. Who, you know, didn't do what, or not doing what they really should be doing in life. It's plenty of people that really don't know their purpose. Like, they out here thinking that they succeeding and living life and doing all this other stuff, but they really don't even know their true purpose. It's a lot of lost people in this world. And so it's like, don't feel like you out of time. Don't feel like you running out of time. Take your time. Like, don't be so hard on yourself. Do what you can do. I'm sorry, this lash, like, what's really going on? Like, don't be so hard on yourself. Take your time. Why he said take your time? Yeah, because I'm trying to say, like, don't rush. Don't rush nothing. When you take your time, you can really, like, make better decisions. Like, I feel like your mind is more clear. Because you're not rushing and feeling like, oh, I need to hurry up. But I forgot how I got on this. I wrote down stepping out in confidence. Yeah. I really think I'm done. I really could go on, but it's like, I don't want to make this video too long. So, if I need to make a part 2, I may make a part 2. Because it's like, I can really go on. Because it's like, God, my confidence. Like, I'm more confident now. I really feel like I'm finally walking, stepping into the woman that God created me to be. And it's so much more that I can say. But I don't want to make this video too long because it's already like 48 minutes in. But I do want to end it with this. Last night, well, yesterday, I was led to read Job, but it was the beginning though. And then like the beginning, like before the book starts, it kind of like, they have like a content theme. Like they just break it, they really just break down what it's about. And because I felt like God was leading me to read just the beginning of Job, like when everything was going all well, and then how everything happened, him losing everything. But this is what stuck out to me, because I had read the theme, like when they break it down, when they break it down, it says Job recognizes that we do not so much need answers to life's problems as we need God himself. And then another part says, we may thus learn the profound truth that when we have nothing left but God, God is enough. And that is so true. So so I think I want to end it here. Well, I want to leave it at that. You know, for those, ooh, child, what am I trying to say? What I just read, I hope whoever that is for, that it resonates with you and give you the clarity that you need. Or if you need more clarity, always go to the Most High and ask him to send you clarity, and be patient, because he may not give it to you right away. You have to let it go. Ask and let it go, because I promise you, when you're not thinking about it, it's definitely gonna come to you. That's what I find. Whenever I pray about something and I'm not thinking about it, I receive revelation, clarity. So it's like, it's gonna come. You just gotta be patient. But yeah, y'all, I feel like I went through everything. And for whoever that is currently going through what I went through, or coming out of it, I just want to say, be patient with yourself. Keep pushing. Even if you have to take baby steps, take them baby steps. God will meet you. He will meet you where you're at. You know, if you're one of those people who just can't pick themselves up right away when going through something, what I found that helps me even to this day, I listen to like motivational videos, like them videos with like Denzel Washington giving his speeches, and Will Smith, and his name Eric Thomas. Like videos like that. I'll listen to maybe like an audio book, The Power of Now. I really recommend. And also The Untethered Soul. I think that audio book is like 3 hours long or something, but that was a good book. And also I listen to I watch testimony videos. If you need to be around people who, but if you need like people like physically, and just not watching them, find your support group. You know, I can't, it's like I'm trying to find something like for people who don't have like people, like no family, or don't have anybody where they can, who they can go around that can, you know, help uplift them and give them the encouragement that they need. But it's like, if you do have people around you, you know, that can give you what you need, surround yourself with them. You know, do what you can do to help yourself. And I'm not saying use anybody. Don't use anybody. That's never a good thing to do. It will come back on you. So, remember, you are strong. You are victorious. God got you. He will definitely lead the way. He will definitely, you know, show you what you need to do. Whether it's you working on the inside. You know, you just have to trust. Just trust him. It's a process. You know, so don't be so hard on yourself. You're gonna get through it. You will. Like, you still alive, you still here. You know, that's right. That right there should show you that it's not the end for you. It's not the end. So don't think it is. It's just the beginning and the ending of an old life. The ending of an old life and the beginning of a new. But I hope this video made sense. I hope I was not too, like, all over the place. Because honestly, in the beginning, I was trying to talk a little fast and I couldn't really think like I wanted to, because I was trying not to make this video so long. But it's like, I went through a lot. I honestly went through a lot, and it was like some of the stuff I actually wanted to go into more detail about, but I don't know. I might make some other videos. We gonna see. We gonna see. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video, because I was actually really excited to make this video. I don't know why. You know, I'm just putting my business out there, but it's like, hey, we all go through stuff, and then everything that happened to me was just like a first. Like, I've never, well, a lot of the stuff that happened to me was, you know, a first for me. Losing my car, losing my apartment, you know, stuff like that. But yeah, that's it, y'all. Y'all have a blessed day. Y'all have a good one.